The memorial also provides a basis for reconciliation between the Duke and the Dowager. Blanche thinks of Theo after Lady Brightlingsea casually remarks that she lost a son, and her son soon shows up to make amends. He declares his love for Lizzie and asks why, following his father's death, his mother didn't rush to read her true love. She tells him that since he was the most significant man in her life, it didn't matter. Theo can forgive his mother because of this. The majority of the episode is set in New York, where Nan is consoling her mother during her divorce procedures, so she is unable to attend Richard's memorial. Patty's legal case revolves around Nan's father, Colonel Tracy Street. George, and his wife's plans to use two of the numerous women he had affairs with to prove his philandering and serial infidelity. However, the Buccaneers continue to demonstrate how little legal protection and respect women enjoyed in general at that age. The worst lawyer Nan's dad has ever hired appears to enjoy making Patty look bad in court. Patty's only chance of winning the case is essentially ruined when one of his lines of inquiry veers into the specifics of who started sex in the bedroom. As a result, Patty's two crucial witnesses decide they have nothing to gain by testifying and leave the court. She thinks she is the secret to her mother's freedom, in true Nan fashion. Proving that Patty is not her biological mother, she enters the room and takes the stand. However, when the opposing lawyer raises doubts, namely about her ability to provide documents to support this claim, her testimony breaks down. The colonel supports the notion that he wasn't there when Nan was born and is unable to verify whether he is actually her father by participating in the line of questioning. A strained father-daughter relationship will only be worse by this vile behavior. Being Nan's mother, only Nell, Patty's sister, played by Leighton Meester, can clearly demonstrate this. However, Patty is against her doing it. Patty is aware of how this fact could upend Nell's life because she recently got married and is expecting a child. At first, Nell doesn't say anything, which annoys Nan. She goes to her birth mother and implies that she is aware of the truth, calling Nell a coward for keeping quiet. With good reason, Nell lashes out at Nan, pointing out that Nan has no idea about her past, or the consequences this will have for her future. Nevertheless, Nell is persuaded to change her mind by Nan's charges. The following day, she surprises Patty by taking the stand and proving that she is Nan's biological mother after coming clean to her husband Arthur. After all these years, Nell reportedly has letters and receipts from their affair, which gives Patty her hard-won divorce and makes her accusations unassailable in court. No more inquiries, Your Honor. Guy, who has also traveled across the Atlantic to help Nan through this difficult time, is just what she needed. You can feel their delight at being able to try their relationship again, away from the complications of Europe, and their reunion is beautiful, evoking a playful dance on stairs from their early moment of bonding in Season 1. The actress from Mad Men stated, "It still probably started out as a symbol to show that she is acknowledging the pain that it caused with Nell, and the pain that it could have caused between Nan and Jinny, but also seeing them make choices and thinking, if I'm going to be the woman that I say, I've been to them and supported them all along, I have to give them something to look up to." She continues to approach it as a kind of sacrifice, but she will eventually need to internalize it and consider what that actually means for her and how her life will unfold. Despite knowing that it must be done, she is nevertheless afraid. Tracy's attorney, Mr. McCarthy, Corey Johnson, is not kind to Patty. He humiliates her by requesting specific information and intimidating her witnesses into not testifying that they had an intimate relationship with Mr. George. The balance of that was quite tricky to get right in terms of how much she talks about, Jaques said, referring to Beth's comment that the facts she must provide seemed like a modern rape trial, in which she is being interrogated about her sexual life. But Christina, she's really wonderful in that part, even if you have to share any information about your sexual life in those embarrassing situations in front of a room full of strangers, your kid, and your family. That episode and those scenes make us very proud. The attorneys are also excellent in those sequences. The cross-examiner, Corey, who portrayed the lead attorney, was excellent. The procedure is complicated by Leighton Meester's Eleanor Nell Brooks, Patty's sister, who initially just stands by her sister in the crowd. However, Nan, Christine Frozeth, demands that Nell come clean, identify herself as Nan's biological mother, and at the same time, affirm that Nan was the result of one of Tracy's affairs. Nell jeopardizes her unborn child, her relationship with Arthur, Anthony Welsh, and her reputation in order to admit that she had an affair with Tracy. However, Patty's ability to produce tangible proof, such as letters outlining Tracy's correspondence with her, receipts, and checks, helped her win the divorce. And despite the fact that I have experienced my own kind of anguish and secrecy, there is almost a sense of liberation in having taken the decisions that Nell did. Since Patty was given full responsibility, I could understand Nell's desire to support her in the end and stand by her side in an otherwise dire scenario. Additionally, given that the man has the final say in this situation, Patty has somewhere to go with Nell. In many respects, it's more symbolic for my character to advance to the next level. I can't speak for Mrs. St. George, but I do believe that their marriage was never equal in my opinion. Even though my actions made that point clearer than anything else, I also believe that I fervently want to assist Patty in getting out of the predicament she's been in for so long, Meester told Deadline.